Now, recording in progress. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be. I'm just being compared to the squirrel in over the hedge here, which I take as a compliment. Whether it's meant as one or not, I take it as a compliment. Okay. So,
Mine is going that fast now.
Okay, I'm going to try and slow it down. So I'm inhale and exhale. Right in. And out. Lovely. Okay, body scanning, systems check. Let's see what is going on. Get stuck in my own t-shirt. The joys of being furry. Okay, looking left and right, and then up and down. And then rolling, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. And then rolling to the side, chin to shoulder, chin to chest. Lovely, into my shoulders, arm circles forwards. As big a circle as you can now. And there needs to be a little bit of speed to this, because if you go slow, you're kind of fighting gravity. We want to use momentum to throw the arm out and loosen it out. And then backwards. Lovely, opening and closing. Remember to rotate the palms. Remember, it's all about the shoulder blades on this one. So it's the shoulder blades, like opening and closing is what we're looking for. I say opening and closing, people assume I mean the hands. I don't, so I'm talking about the shoulder blades. Okay, from here, reeling in. And feet back and out. Lovely, into my wrists. Wrist circles. And changing direction. Morning. Interlocking the fingers. Rolling your hands one way. And rolling your hands back the other way. And then gripping and ripping. Good stuff. Okay, into the spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down, front, middle, and back. Lovely. To the sides. And rotations. Cool. Onto the hips, hip circles. Change the direction. Yeah, no, I'm having that as well. Let's take all the weight off this completely. Okay, feet together, knee circles. See, that one works. And then change the direction. Yeah. Oh, don't even. From here, I'm going to stand on one leg. I'm going to lift the other foot up. Toes down, toes back, foot back. Rotate one way. And rotate the other way. And then the same thing on the other foot. Toes down, toes back, foot back. Rotate one way. And rotate the other way. Lovely. So we've been doing variations on mindful step. We're going to kind of almost dance it out now. So we're going to just let it come through, pop, and pop. Okay. So I'm popping to the front and popping to the back. Now I'm just using my toes initially. Touching the toes. Touching the toes. Okay. Now this time then I'm doing that thing where I'm looking down. I'll stop doing that. This time now it's going to be toes at the back and heel at the front. Toes at the back and heel at the front. Remember, high five the ants, right? Don't kill the ants, high five them. Okay. There. Switching over to the other foot. Same deal. We'll rotate around. Okay, so initially it's just the toes, just touch, touch. Okay, now I'm going to heel at the front toes at the back. Heel at the front, toes at the back. On we go. Fabulous. Okay, yesterday was a squat, push, pull day. So today is a stretch for squatting muscles, which is glutes, hamstrings, quads, okay? And the pulling muscles, which is my lats, the traps, shoulder, and the biceps. And my pushing muscles is my triceps and my pecs here, okay? So we want to stretch all of those. So we'll grab a stick first. Sticks are great. Loads of stuff with a stick. Okay, from here, nice and wide, arms straight, bringing her back. Okay, so this does the pecs and the biceps, right? It does from your sternum all the way out to the fingers, all the way through. So we're bopping it back, bopping. Bopping it back. So I'm just going to where the max stretch is, and I'm just bouncing there. You move your hands a tiny bit closer together there, and you'll file. Oh, that's it. Not too much leverage. See, rather than, again, it's not about the geometry of how far over you go. It's about stretching this guy. Okay, so you want to go from your sternum out. So just keep your arms straight. You don't have to go back as far. Right. So don't worry too much about what it looks like. Right. It's how it feels. Always with stretching. Okay. So maybe like that's what I can do, and that's cool. But if I put my hands a little bit closer together, that becomes much more limited. If I go here, for example, that's as far as I can go. All right, I'm reasonably flexible. Right, not majorly flexible. But if I go with my hands at 4 foot width, okay. If you watch my son, he grabs onto the monkey bars and he does a full body rotation. The little bastard. It's really impressive. I'm just jealous. Okay, because I do not. If I did that, you'd see, because I'd be dislocated both shoulders in one go. Okay. Lovely. Okay. From there, we will just go into this guy for a moment. So I'm just grabbing here. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull up. So it's working on the bottom hand this time. Okay. So if I really wanted to work the shoulder, I'd work on the top hand, pulling down with the top hand. But what I want to do here is I want to pull this way up. So pulling up, keep pulling. And you feel that in the triceps. Okay, so we get a nice bite on the triceps. And I pull. Okay. Now, if it hurts, we've gone a little bit too far. So remember, the trick with flexibility is to relax. All right, wait out the tension. Hold there. Yeah, that's the way. There, chill out and change sides. Oh, that's softened. That's very soft now. Okay, sun comes down and over. Grabbing the stick as far as I can, pulling it up, wiggling it out a bit, pulling it up again, and I'm pulling it up. Okay, so I'm just pulling straight up. My top hand is pulling the stick up. You should feel that through the tricep there back. Okay, relax there, let that go. Oh, that's softened. Right, losing my stick now. For now, get down there, stay on the way. Okay, same one on the triceps then. I'm just going to put the arm across, using my other arm to pull it over. Okay, so again, the tendency is like, even I do it and I know not to do it, and I go like this. Oh, look, I'm stretching. No, keep that there, pull this over. Okay. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to feel the difference. Start to raise it up a little bit. Okay, you feel how it hits different areas. Now rotate the palm as you raise it up. Okay, relax that. Same thing on the other side. So you bring it across. Remember, we're trying to avoid that tendency, trying to go here, pull it over. Okay, now I start to raise it up. Now I rotate the palm as I raise it up. There, that's where I want to be. Okay, relax there, shake that out. That should be now. I'm feeling quite soft in that region. It's nice and Mr. Soft going that way. Okay, from here now, I'm gonna let my head go forward and put my arm behind my head as best I can. I'm gonna grab with the hand and then look up, pull this way. Oh, okay. So right into the tricep, in back through the shoulder, back through the lats there. And I'm trying to pull my arm. Hold on. Which way should I point? I'm trying to pull my arm that way. There. Now. That's right in there now. Okay, flop out of that. Literally. Okay, now head goes forward. Hand goes here. Arm goes there. Catch the elbow. Bring the head up. Pull that way. Oh, can't see. I'm pulling that way. There. Just always remember, it's not how it looks with stretching, it's how it feels. Feel. What was that? That's Bruce Lee, isn't it? Don't think. Feel. And relax. All floppy and soft. Lovely. Okay, from here now, I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. I'm going to flop my upper body down. I'm going to lock my fingers under my toes. Head drops. Straighten the right, bend the left. Straighten the left, bend the right. Now again, I'm giving a really shit example of this. I'm not having a good day. Okay. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong except that internally, my knee isn't having a good day. Oh, left leg, right leg. All right, I want out of this position, so free the hands, arse down, chin up, chest up, and stand up. Right, we're going to sit our butts down on the floor. Okay. Wake you up a little. Oh, no. So spreading the legs out. Well, no one body for a few hours, fell asleep there. All right, from here.
My cold. That's about it. The rest of the wouldn't listen. I don't understand.
Yeah. Every now and again, it's never hard to find a way that you can just sneak. Like I like these little 20-minute naps. Right? I got that from Thomas Edison used to do it. He used to sit in a chair, hold a set of keys over a bowl, and he'd just sit there. And when he'd pass out, the keys would fall, hit the bowl, and wake him up again. And what he was doing was controlling his state of mind. He was looking to get into what they sometimes call the alpha state of mind. It's where you're making connections from your subconscious to your conscious. So if you're interested in inventing things, or I'm not really interested in inventing things, I'm interested in solving problems. So I was more into innovation than invention, where you just take multiple different concepts and put them together to create something that achieves whatever purpose. So I kind of do that with problems. I like meditate on a problem. I'm like, okay, I got this issue. How do I get this through to this person? Or how do I solve this? How do I do that? And you do that, you get your brain into that state. So in order to do that, what you got to do is sneak yourself 20-minute fucking gaps here and there, which makes, I would have got a little bit devious with it. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. Turn off my phone. You know, no one's going to bother me for this amount of time. Okay. Anyway, legs straight. Walking my fingers down.
We do that for the day, don't we?
I did that way.
I didn't get you. I got it.
So if I got this foot in here, point the toes straight up. Walk your fingers down your leg as best you can. That's all I got today. No, that's not going to go any further back. I'm just going to sit back off that one because that's fucking very, very painful when I do that. Okay, so I'm just trying to bring my chest to my knee and my toes to my nose, which I'm going to demonstrate by not demonstrating. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing there. Nothing there at all. That's okay. We're going to switch over to the other leg and do the same thing. Stay there. You're not moving. Okay. So walking my fingers as far down my leg as I can. Here. There, that's this way. Okay. Back of the knee down, toes to nose, chest to knee. lay on my back. I'm gonna pull my knee up to my shoulder. I'm just popping it backwards and forwards a little bit. Now I'm doing the same, pulling the knee over to the side. Let the hip come up. Okay, now I'm gonna keep the hip down. I'm pulling the knee. So it's not quite to the side and it's not quite to the shoulder. It's somewhere in this area. What you'll do is you'll feel just in there somewhere, you're gonna feel where the right position to pull is. Okay? Okay. Relax. On the leg. Okay, pull your knee up to your shoulder. Bop it back and forth a bit there. Pull your left knee to your right, let the hip come up. Try and get it all the way over. There, keeping the hip down. Pull your left knee somewhere on this area, wherever you can feel the butt stretch is needed the most, wherever you can feel that stretch through the glute is needed the most. Okay, Fit for Life, that's your lot for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Fit to play, yeah. So my demonstration capabilities are fucked at the moment, guys. I'm sorry. I'm struggling to be quite honest with you. But that's okay. We'll have times like that. So we're just gonna repeat that. We're just gonna get just a little bit more intense with it. So when we're stretching this guy here, what I want you to do is push the back of the knee down. Okay, so push the back of the knee down, right? Now walk your fingers, but as you're walking your fingers, bring your chest with it. Okay? Now once you get to there, now pull the toes back. All right? So when I do this, like my heel is almost coming off the ground. Well, it is clean off the ground, actually. You might not necessarily be able to do that, but just like all the other stuff, you don't actually have to go as far as somebody else, right? Because Rosa can probably go further than me with this, right? Which is great, brilliant. Don't worry about comparing yourself at all. Try and do the action the way it's being described. But remember, our goal here is to stretch the back line. I'm stretching all the time, I'm waffling, by the way. The goal here is to try and stretch the back line, okay? Which is from my big toe, through the sole of my foot, around the heel, through my Achilles tendon, through my calves, up through my quad, all the way up to here, to the back of the, Jesus Christ, to the back of the pelvis. Oh. My language, she's escaping me today. All right, that line's been thoroughly stretched on this side. Try doing the same thing on the other side. Okay, so push the back of the knee down. Walking your fingers down as far as you can. Toes to your nose, chest to your knee. Spoke too soon. Oh, fuck me, nobody else has this. It's fucking horrible. I wish this shit.
I might wish you water.
Like, give it to whatever you do.
That's what I mean.
Crunch. Okay, relax. All right. For the next one, I'm not going to be able to demo, but just put the soles of your feet together. So imagine, now I can demo. Imagine both of my legs were like my right leg. So from here, put that foot there. Okay. Drive the knees down. Okay. Now, grab your toes and bounce there for a second. And then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go again. We're gonna drive the knees down. So I'm using my elbows. I'm holding my ankles here. I'm using my elbows to push my knees down. Okay, relax there. Now again, I'm 100% not gonna be able to demo this bit, but you guys will be able to do it. You just go onto all fours for me, okay? And the goal here is you go elbows, I like to go forearms on the ground when I do this. The goal here is to get your knees as far apart as you can. Okay? Would you like to be my demo dolly actually? No, you know what, you're happy there. So I'm gonna talk, make it through this, but you guys should be able to do the same thing. So he's spreading his knees apart as best he can. What he's gonna do now is his hips are gonna go forward and back. So bring your hips towards me and then towards the wall behind you. So just rock it forwards and back, really easy. That's it, that's a nice rhythm. So you go back and forth and back. Sorry guys, I'm sorry I can't demo, but that's it. So just bring them forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay. All right, so we're gonna relax that for a second. So just bring your knees a little bit closer together and then like wag your tail. Okay. So when you wag your tail, what it does is it just loosens out any tension that was in the butt, any tension that's in the glute from the last stretch. Now what we're going to do is exactly the same thing. You're going to extend one leg straight out. And geez, your internet's dropping in now like crazy, Paulie. Okay, so extend one leg straight out, other knee on the floor. And again, the goal is to get your right foot as far away from your left knee as you can, but keep that forward and back rocking. So keep bringing that's it, to me and then away from me, to me and then away from me, okay? Lovely. Yeah, we're gonna change over about now, yeah. Extending that one out. Apologies for my complete lack of demonstration. It's because I suck. I'm only making all this stuff up, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Extend the leg straight out, keep the knee there, hips forward and back, just rocking it through. So we're really going to loosen out the groin here, inside the knees, all the way up through the pelvis, through here. We want to get that sort of girdle as loose as we can. And again, like heading into winter now, where it gets icy out and stuff, if you do slip over, if you do manage to catch yourself, the chances are your feet are going to go. So if we can have that protected, because I tell you what, if you've ever pulled anything in there, he says, speaking to 3 people who've given birth to children, if you've ever pulled anything in there, it fucking sucks. Okay, it really is horrible. So we want to try and minimize the damage there, right? By allowing some flexibility. Okay, that's it, you're done. You're going to relax. So just wag your tail again. Just go onto your knees and wag your tail again for a second, just to loosen that out. Okay. All right, that'll do so. Right. On the flexibility side of things, so we are working more or less exclusively on static flexibility, right? Which is extending out. There's other variations on flexibility. So there's dynamic flexibility, which is the one that we use for kicking. So I swing my legs, okay? That gives us a much more active range of motion, okay? So there's a lot to be said for that. And in martial arts, we do that more than we do the static stuff. They both help. The reason why we do more static work is because it counteracts the resistance training that you were doing yesterday. That's the reason, okay? You also have, so you've got static, you've got dynamic, you have, I can't remember the name for it, but basically what you do is you tense the muscle against the stretch, okay? I'll think of the name for it as soon as I hang up this fucking call, but there's a name for this. So what you do is, so let's say, okay, I've stretched this as far as I can, and then I lock the muscles tight, and the muscles get very, very strong against the stretch. It's a higher risk type of stretching, but it does, in terms of like very explosive movements and stuff, it does make a difference. And then there's like ballistic stretching, which is where I really want to put as much oomph into it, like throwing stuff. Okay, where you really exaggerate the movement and get it really, 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 really high momentum through the action. Okay, so there are all these different ways of stretching. It's annoying me, I can't think of the name of that one. There's all these different ways of stretching. Okay, we've chosen the static stretching to complement your strength training. All right. But there's lots of different forms. And when we think of stretching, most people think of the static stretching. But there are other forms of stretching. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So remember, the goal in stretching is to wait out the tension, to relax as much as we can through the movements. If you finish this session, so I'm really floppy in my shoulders now because they've all been, you know, my arms and my chest, all that's really floppy. But if you're like still tense somewhere, let me know in the group where the tension is, and I'll show you what we can do to kind of loosen that out. And don't forget what we talked about yesterday, which is if there is tension in the body, sometimes the best way to relax is to overload that tension, like hyperdrive. You know, just, okay, you want to go fast, right? Jump on the accelerator, push it through as heavy as you can, and then it'll have to relax. Okay, so there's always that option. Guys, have a lovely day. I will see some of you in person tomorrow, and the rest of you, yeah, have a great day. Bye. See you later.